From lost gold and missing artwork to historic artifacts, abandoned places are full of hidden secrets. Who knows what treasures could be lying in your own basement? Join us as we reveal 20 incredible finds from abandoned places. Number 20. Dumpster's $1.5 million masterpiece. In 2003, New York City resident Elizabeth Gibson stumbled upon an artistic treasure during her usual Upper West Side morning walk. A large, colorful, and abstract painting peeked out from a pile of garbage bags awaiting collection. Though no art expert, Gibson was drawn to the piece and decided to take it home. The painting, it turned out, was Trace Personages, a 1970 work by renowned Mexican artist Rufino Tamayo, a key figure in the Mexican modernist movement. Tamayo created the piece as a commentary on the human condition, featuring 3 abstracted figures in existential angst. Originally purchased by a collector in 1977 for $55,000, the painting had vanished in 1987 after being stolen from a Houston warehouse. Gibson spent 4 years dedicated to uncovering the painting's origins. Her breakthrough came when she saw a Missing Masterpieces segment about Trace Personages. She contacted the former owner, who arranged to sell the painting at a Sotheby's auction. The artwork ultimately fetched a stunning $1,494,000, with Gibson receiving a well-deserved portion of the auction price plus a $155,000 reward. Number 19. Trash to Treasure Lottery. Imagine going through a dumpster and finding a discarded lottery ticket worth a staggering $1 million. That's exactly what happened to Edward St. John, an unassuming man from Massachusetts who had a habit of searching through trash for hidden treasures. Little did he know that his unusual hobby would lead him to the jackpot of a lifetime. St. John was sifting through the contents of a dumpster behind a convenience store when he spotted a crumpled piece of paper that caught his eye. Upon closer inspection, he realized it was a discarded lottery ticket. Taking a chance, he pocketed the ticket and went home to check the numbers. To his utter disbelief, the ticket was a winner with a prize of $1 million. Overjoyed by his incredible luck, St. John quickly claimed his prize, thinking his financial troubles were over. However, his joy was short-lived when the original owner of the ticket came forward, alleging that the ticket had been stolen from him. A legal battle ensued, with both parties claiming rightful ownership of the winnings. In the end, a judge ruled that the prize money should be split between St. John and the original owner. While not the full $1 million he had hoped for, St. John's share of the winnings still represented a life-changing sum. Number 18. Doorstop to Priceless Sculpture. For years, an unassuming stone bust sat in a shed on an industrial estate in Scotland, its true identity unknown. The sculpture, which had been used as a doorstop, was covered in dust and grime, obscuring its fine details. It wasn't until Maxine Smith, a sharp-eyed counselor with a keen interest in history, spotted the bust and suspected it might be more than just a humble doorstop. After some research, Smith discovered that the bust was a rare 18th-century sculpture of Sir John Gordon, a Scottish politician, created by the renowned French artist Edme Bouchardon. The artwork, which had been commissioned by the Duke of Gordon in 1728, had somehow made its way to the industrial estate, where it had been overlooked for decades. Experts verified the bust's authenticity, and it was soon whisked away to the Louvre Museum in Paris, where it took its rightful place among the world's greatest art treasures. The sculpture, valued at an astonishing $3 million, had undergone a remarkable journey from doorstop to masterpiece. Number 17. Penny's Uncovered Fortune. When a cleaning company employee was tasked with tidying up a hoarder's home, she had no idea that she was about to stumble upon a small fortune hiding beneath the floorboards. As she lifted up the dusty old carpets, a glint of copper caught her eye, a rare Australian penny from the 1930s, a decade known for its scarcity of coin production. The penny, which bore the portrait of King George V, was one of only a handful of its kind known to exist. Minted in 1930 during the height of the Great Depression, the coin was a relic of a time when money was tight and every penny counted. The employee, whose name was Charlotte, immediately knew she had found something special. As she researched the penny further, Charlotte discovered that it was no ordinary piece of spare change. Similar coins had sold at auction for eye-watering sums, with one particularly fine example fetching over $50,000 in 2022. The penny she had found, though worn from years of neglect, was still in remarkably good condition and could be worth up to $40,000 to the right collector. Number 16. Bronte's Memento mourning ring. When a woman was sorting through a box of old curiosities in her attic, she came across a peculiar ring with an inscription that caught her eye. Upon closer inspection, she realized it bore the name of the famous Victorian author Charlotte Bronte, along with her date of death. Even more astonishing, the ring contained a lock of the writer's hair. The woman, who wished to remain anonymous, had inherited the box from her father-in-law years earlier but had never thoroughly examined its contents. Experts authenticated the ring and confirmed that it was indeed a mourning ring from the 19th century, a common practice of the time where loved ones would keep a lock of hair from the deceased as a sentimental token. The discovery of a personal item belonging to the celebrated author of Jane Eyre and Villette sent waves of excitement through the literary world. The ring was put up for auction in 2010, where it sold for an impressive $258,000, far exceeding the pre-sale estimate. Number 15. Flea Market's $7.4 million revelation. In 1991, a Philadelphia financial analyst purchased an old painting at a flea market for just $4, hoping to salvage the frame for a different artwork. As he began to remove the canvas from the frame, he noticed an unusual document hidden behind the painting. Upon closer inspection, he realized that he had stumbled upon something extraordinary, an original copy of the Declaration of Independence from 1776. The Declaration of Independence, signed by 56 delegates to the Continental Congress, proclaimed the 13 American colonies' independence from Great Britain and laid the foundation for the United States of America. While hundreds of copies were printed in the late 18th century, only a handful of original Dunlap Broadsides, named after the printer John Dunlap, were known to have survived. Stunned by his discovery, the financial analyst contacted rare document experts to authenticate the find. After careful examination, they confirmed that the document was indeed a genuine Dunlap Broadside, one of only 23 known to exist. The document, printed on the evening of July 4, 1776, bore the original signatures of John Hancock and other founding fathers. The lucky discoverer, who wished to remain anonymous, decided to auction off the historic document in 1999. The Declaration of Independence copy sold for a staggering $2.42 million and then sold again in 2000 for $7.4 million. Number 14. Forgotten Duffel Bags Millions. A photographer who explores abandoned buildings stumbled upon an unexpected treasure while documenting a derelict mansion in Canada. The property, which had been vacant for over 20 years, contained numerous artifacts that told the story of its former occupants. However, the most astonishing discovery was a home hardware bag tucked away in a corner, filled with stacks of neatly bundled cash amounting to $6,800. The photographer, who goes by the alias Freaktography, was stunned by the find. He initially contemplated keeping the money but ultimately decided to do the right thing and track down the rightful owner. After some investigation, he located a descendant of the mansion's former residents and returned the cash. It turned out that the money had been hidden by the eccentric owner 4 decades ago, and its existence had been forgotten over time. The family was grateful for the photographer's honesty and generosity in returning the long-lost funds. Number 13. Golden Heirs Jackpot. A French heir's life changed forever when he inherited a 19th-century manor in Normandy from a distant relative. As he explored the sprawling estate, he had no idea that he was about to uncover a treasure trove that would make headlines around the world. Hidden throughout the house were numerous gold coins and bars, some dating back to the 1950s and 1960s, with a total value of an astonishing $3.7 million. The lucky inheritor, who wished to remain anonymous, stumbled upon the first stash of gold while cleaning out an old desk. As he searched further, he found more hiding spots, including a whiskey box, a furniture drawer, and even a bathroom cabinet. In total, there were 5,000 gold pieces, 2 12-kilogram gold bars, and 37 1-kilogram ingots scattered throughout the property. Experts believe that the previous owner, who had passed away, had been secretly collecting gold for years, possibly as a safeguard against economic instability. The heir, overwhelmed by the discovery, sought the help of a local auctioneer to assess the treasure's value and authenticity. Certificates found among the gold confirmed its origins and purity. While the windfall may seem like a dream come true, even unexpected finds like this can't escape the watchful eye of the tax collector. France has strict inheritance laws with rates ranging from 5% to 45%, depending on the relationship between the benefactor and the beneficiary. Number 12. Cooking over a masterpiece. For years, an elderly woman in the French town of Caen had been cooking meals over a hot plate, unaware that a masterpiece hung just inches above the flickering flames. The painting, an early Renaissance work titled Christ Mocked, had been passed down through her family for generations, its true value unknown. It wasn't until an auctioneer, conducting a routine inventory of the woman's belongings, noticed the painting and suspected it might be worth far more than the owner realized. Upon closer inspection, the auctioneer identified the work as a rare piece by the 13th century Florentine master Cimabue, one of the pioneering artists of the Italian Renaissance. The discovery sent shockwaves through the art world. Experts confirmed the painting's authenticity and estimated its value to be between $4 million and $7 million. The painting, remarkably well preserved despite its age and unconventional storage, was hailed as a lost masterpiece and a significant addition to Cimabue's known body of work. Number 11. Outlaws photo worth millions. In 2015, a North Carolina lawyer named Frank Abrams purchased a tintype photograph for just $2 at a flea market, not realizing that he had stumbled upon a historical treasure worth millions. The photograph, taken in 1878, depicted the notorious Wild West outlaw Billy the Kid and members of his gang, the Lincoln County Regulators, playing croquet. Billy the Kid, whose real name was Henry McCarty, was a legendary figure of the American Old West, known for his gunslinging prowess and his involvement in the Lincoln County War. Despite his notoriety, only 2 authenticated photographs of the outlaw were known to exist, making any newly discovered images extremely rare and valuable. Abrams, intrigued by the photograph, brought it to experts for analysis. Forensic anthropologists and facial recognition specialists carefully studied the image, comparing it to the known photographs of Billy the Kid. After extensive examination, they concluded that the tintype was indeed authentic, showing the outlaw and his gang members in a relaxed, playful setting. The discovery sent ripples through the world of Western American collectors. The photo, which offered a rare glimpse into the personal life of one of history's most famous outlaws, was estimated to be worth upwards of $5 million. Abrams, who had initially purchased the photograph on a whim, found himself in possession of an invaluable piece of American history. Number 10. Muses' portrait rediscovered. In 2010, a Parisian apartment that had been locked and untouched for over 70 years was finally opened, revealing a treasure trove of antiques, artworks, and a remarkable portrait that would captivate the art world. The apartment, located in the city's 9th arrondissement, had once belonged to Martha de Florian, a French actress and socialite who had fled to the south of France during World War II and never returned. Among the dust-covered belongings and luxurious furnishings, experts discovered a stunning painting of a beautiful woman in a pink muslin evening dress. The portrait, signed by the renowned Italian artist Giovanni Boldini and dated 1888, depicted Martha de Florian in her prime. Love letters found in the apartment confirmed that the actress had been Boldini's muse and lover, adding a touch of romance to the already intriguing story. The discovery of the portrait was a sensation in the art world. Boldini, known for his virtuosic depictions of aristocratic women, was highly sought after by collectors and museums. The painting of Martha de Florian, with its exquisite detail and captivating subject, was hailed as a masterpiece and a significant addition to the artist's oeuvre. When the portrait went to auction in 2010, it sparked a bidding frenzy among art enthusiasts and collectors. The painting ultimately sold for an astonishing $2.9 million, setting a new record for Boldini's work and cementing its place as one of the most valuable rediscovered artworks in recent memory. Number 9. Mechanic's Millions in Barn. When Connecticut mechanic Jared Whipple first stumbled upon a collection of artworks in an abandoned barn, he had no idea that he had just uncovered a treasure trove worth millions. The barn, which had once served as the studio of renowned American abstract expressionist artist Francis Hines, had been left untouched since the artist's death in 2016. Whipple, who had been called to clear out the space, initially planned to use the canvases as Halloween decorations, unaware of their true significance. As he began to sort through the collection, Whipple noticed a canvas from 1961 bearing Hines's signature. Intrigued, he started researching the artist and soon realized the magnitude of his discovery. The barn housed a massive collection of Hines's life's work, including countless paintings and drawings that had never been seen by the public. Experts who examined the artworks were amazed by the sheer volume and quality of the pieces. Many of the paintings, which showcased Hines's signature style of wrapping canvas in intricate patterns of rope and fabric, were valued between $12,000 and $20,000 each. The drawings, some of which served as studies for larger works, were estimated to be worth up to $4,500 apiece. Number 8. Pablo Escobar's Hidden Millions. In a shocking revelation that sent ripples through the world of true crime, Nicolas Escobar, nephew of notorious Colombian drug lord Pablo Escobar, claimed to have uncovered a hidden stash of his uncle's ill-gotten gains. According to Nicolas, he discovered a plastic bag containing a staggering $18 million in cash tucked away behind a wall on one of Pablo's estates in rural Colombia. For years, Rumors had swirled about the vast sums of money that Pablo Escobar had hidden away at the height of his power before his untimely death in a shootout with police in 1993. Many had searched in vain for the elusive stashes, but it seems that Nicholas, guided by a mysterious vision, had finally struck gold. Along with the cash, Nicholas claimed to have found a trove of other artifacts, including a gold pen, satellite phones, a typewriter, and an undeveloped roll of film. The discovery painted a fascinating picture of the lavish lifestyle and clandestine operations of one of history's most notorious criminals, a man who had once controlled a vast empire of drugs, violence, and corruption. Number 7. Brof Superior's resurfaced gems. In the world of classic motorcycles, few names carry as much weight as Brof Superior. These legendary bikes, handcrafted in Nottingham, England during the 1920s and 1930s, were the epitome of luxury and performance, the choice of discerning enthusiasts like Thomas Edward Lawrence, also known as Lawrence of Arabia. So, when a treasure trove of 8 Brof Superiors was discovered in a series of barns on a farm in Cornwall, the motorcycle world sat up and took notice. The bikes had belonged to Frank Vague, a local electrician and avid collector, who had squirreled them away over the course of his lifetime. When Vague passed away, his family enlisted the help of Bonham's auction house to catalog and appraise the collection. What they found was nothing short of remarkable, a time capsule of motorcycle history, untouched for decades and preserved in remarkably original condition. Among the standout lots was a 1938 Brof Superior 982 cubic centimeters SS100, one of only 7 ever made, and valued at a jaw-dropping $150,000. Other highlights included a 1926 Brof Superior SS80 Alpine Grand Sport and a 1930 Brof Superior SS80 Project, each expected to fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Number 6. The Sha Treasure unearthed. In the small Polish town of Sredska, a construction worker was going about his daily routine, renovating an old telephone exchange building. Little did he know that he was about to uncover a treasure trove that would captivate the world and rewrite the history books. As he worked, his spade suddenly struck something metallic, a cache of silver and gold coins, jewelry, and other precious objects hidden beneath the floorboards for over 600 years. The discovery, which came to be known as the Sha Treasure, was one of the most significant finds of medieval artifacts in European history, dating back to the 14th century. The hoard contained over 3,000 silver and gold coins and exquisite jewelry, including a golden crown, a pair of snake-shaped bracelets, and a beautiful sapphire ring. Experts estimated that the treasure was worth a staggering $120 million, making it one of the most valuable troves ever unearthed. As word of the find spread, archaeologists and historians from around the world flocked to Sredska to study the artifacts and unravel the mysteries of their past. They discovered that the treasure had likely belonged to King Charles IV of Bohemia, who had pawned the items to a Jewish banker in the town during a time of financial hardship. When the banker suddenly died during the Black Plague, the treasure was lost, hidden away beneath the building for centuries. Now it's time for today's topic. In 2013, laborers in India working on a pipeline project made an incredible discovery. They unearthed an ancient wooden chest. Curiosity getting the better of them, they pried it open, revealing a life-changing sight, a treasure trove of tarnished gold bars and intricately crafted jewelry, shimmering brightly. But the most astonishing and unsettling find, a human skeleton resting amidst the riches. This chilling discovery undoubtedly ignited a whirlwind of questions. Who placed this treasure here? Why was it guarded by the remains of an unknown person? According to researchers, the treasure and its skeletal guardian date back 300 years to the Mughal era. Now, imagine yourself stumbling upon such a fortune. What would you do? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 5. Comics Golden Age uncovered. When Michael Rohrer began cleaning out his late Greytance, Virginia home, he had no idea that a treasure trove of rare comics lay hidden in the basement. As he sorted through the boxes of his Uncle Billy Wright's belongings, he stumbled upon a neatly stacked collection of 345 comic books, including some of the most sought-after issues in history. Among the incredible finds were Action Comics #1, featuring the first appearance of Superman, and Detective Comics #27, which introduced Batman to the world. The comics, which dated from 1938 to 1941, were in remarkably good condition, having been carefully preserved by Wright, an avid collector for over half a century. As Rohrer delved deeper into the collection, he realized the true extent of his uncle's comic book prowess. The stash included numerous other key issues from the golden age of comics, a time when the medium was just beginning to take off and classic characters like the Flash and Green Lantern were born. When the comics went to auction in 2012, they sent shockwaves through the collecting community. The 345 issues, which became known as the Billy Wright Collection, sold for a staggering $3.5 million, with Action Comics number 1 alone fetching over $299,000. Number 4. Wall's Hidden Coin Trove. When Jeff Beidelman, a professional home appraiser, was hired to assess the belongings of a recently deceased elderly couple, he had no idea that he was about to uncover a legendary stash of hidden wealth. As he meticulously inventoried the contents of the unassuming suburban house, a peculiar hole in an upstairs bedroom wall caught his eye. Intrigued, Jeff tapped the surrounding drywall and heard a distinct metallic sound. He knew he had hit the jackpot. Breaking through the brittle plaster, Jeff was amazed as a cascade of coins came pouring out. Upon closer inspection, he realized that these weren't just any old coins. They were a historic hoard dating from 1826 to 1964, including rare seeded Liberty dimes and Indian head pennies. The collection, neatly packed inside the wall, had remained hidden for decades, just waiting to be discovered. Jeff carefully gathered up the coins, which he estimated could fetch up to $200,000 at auction, and transported them to his appraisal office. There, he began the painstaking process of sorting and cataloging each piece, marveling at the craftsmanship and history behind every coin. Some of the rarest specimens he listed on eBay, giving collectors the chance to own a unique piece of American numismatic history. Number 3. Junk Remover's Mayan Treasure. Nick Diola, a New York City junk removal specialist with a keen eye for hidden treasures, never imagined that a routine clean-out of a Soho apartment would lead him to uncover a trove of ancient Mayan artifacts. As he sorted through the belongings of a recently deceased abstract artist, a dusty old barrel caught his attention. On a whim, he took it to his cluttered warehouse, where it sat forgotten for over 5 years. When Diola finally cracked it open, he was stunned to find a collection of clay figurines, incense burners, and decorated pottery dating back to the Mayan classical period between 300 BC and 900 AD. Realizing he had stumbled upon something extraordinary, he brought the artifacts to an appraiser, who confirmed their authenticity and estimated their value at around $16,500. Number 2. Thunderbird Nest's Priceless Cache. When a family in Michigan decided to open up their late father's garage, they had no idea that they were about to uncover a hidden treasure trove of classic American automobiles. As they pulled back the dusty tarps and opened the creaky doors, they were greeted by a sight that would make any car enthusiast's heart skip a beat: a fleet of 28 vintage Ford Thunderbirds, including a rare 1956 model that would go on to sell for over $27,000 at auction. The cars had belonged to the family patriarch, a man who had spent his life collecting and restoring classic vehicles. His pride and joy was the 1956 Thunderbird, a sleek and stylish convertible that represented the pinnacle of American automotive design in the 1950s. With its distinctive porthole windows, graceful lines, and powerful V8 engine, the T-Bird was a true icon of the era, a symbol of post-war prosperity and the open road. As the family began to sort through the collection, they realized that they had stumbled upon a gold mine. The cars were in remarkably good condition, having been lovingly maintained and preserved by their father over the years. In addition to the Thunderbird, there were other rare and valuable models, including a 1955 Thunderbird and a 1957 Thunderbird E-Code. When the collection went up for auction, it generated a buzz among classic car collectors and enthusiasts from around the world. The 1956 Thunderbird was the star of the show, sparking a bidding war that drove the price up to $27,000. In total, the 28 cars sold for over $300,000. Number 1. Golden Ceiling's Surprise Stash. In a small French village, a group of factory workers stumbled upon an incredible treasure while renovating an old winery building that had been abandoned for over 80 years. As they worked on the ceiling, one of the workers felt something hard hit his helmet. To their amazement, it wasn't debris but a shower of gold coins. The workers uncovered a hidden stash of 497 gold coins, minted between 1851 and 1928, all neatly packed in bags of 50. The coins were in remarkable condition, considering they had been hidden for decades. Experts determined that the coins were likely hidden by a French wine producer who owned the building in the 1930s and may have passed away long ago with no one to claim the treasure. The company owner decided to keep half of the coins for himself and generously shared the other half among the workers who made the discovery. The total value of the gold coins was estimated to be around $1 million, making it a life-changing find for the factory workers. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.